This is Total Television in Dublin. I'm talking to AJ from Connectiva. AJ, tell us about Connectiva and what you do.
Hey, thanks for having me. Connectiva is a customer data monetization company. So we are in the business of monitoring, managing and monetizing customer data. So what we bring to market is a portfolio of analytic applications, capabilities and services that allow us to do that. We have over 50 providers as customers worldwide. We process about 10 billion events a day. And to this day, we've delivered about $500 million in value for customers in terms of reducing leakage, minimizing fraud, reducing churn, as well as increasing revenue per user. And our vision is that by end of 2011, we would deliver up to $1 billion in savings.
And you've got something here very interesting, dynamic fingerprinting. Tell me what that's all about.
Yeah, that's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Let me give you some context as to why we wanted to do this project. We think the way that service providers are dealing with customers is changing on 4 key dimensions. To start with, service providers traditionally would send batch campaigns to customers, and that is changing into real-time marketing. Based on your location and presence, they actually want to send you coupons and deals, not just the telco, but also third parties who want to connect to customers. The second thing we believe is changing is instead of reacting to customers after they have churned, service providers actually want to proactively know which customers would churn and try to retain them. We also think the business model of telecom is slowly transforming from 1.0 to 2.0. And the fourth important thing I would say is that instead of macro segmenting the customer base, having broad classifications, they actually want to know specific pockets of customers who have common characteristics. As an example, you want to know females between ages 18 and 30 who may be housewives who use a smartphone. You may want to know people who've had issues with the service for the last 3 days. So with this as the context of what is driving the industry, we started this project to do 3 key things. One is we wanted to collect everything about customers across all touch points. So quality of service, on-portal usage, off-portal usage, consumption, what are they doing in interaction channels, and build a single view of the customer. Once we have done that, we wanted to segment these customers based on multiple characteristics so that you can achieve that micro-segmentation we talked about. And finally, once you know these micro-segments, how do you send campaigns to them in such a way that you can monetize the nuggets of wisdom, the insights that you have about those customers. So this project has actually managed to accomplish all those 3 objectives quite nicely.
Well, that's quite a task you had on your hands there. I guess you're already getting quite a lot of interest in something like that.
Service providers worldwide, if you ask them the biggest problem that they have, which is that they don't have a single view of the customers. Especially now with fragmentation of customer attention onto app stores and the mobile web, away from operator-managed portals, it's become important for telcos to know what customers are doing. And what this project allows them to do is to get a single view of each of the customers.
So were you launching that product here, or is it just the first time you've shown it here?
No, we actually have a couple of customers who are using it, and the pilot really has been a way to accelerate the development of the product. We've been talking to about 10 customers around the world, and we believe that the adoption is going to accelerate over the next few months.
Okay, now in the demo there's a link with a company called Cosmos. Tell us how they fit in.
Yeah, Cosmos is a very interesting company based in Paris. Cosmos has technology that does deep packet inspection and network intelligence. What they really do is they work at the network level, they sniff at packets of data that pass through the network, and they collect interesting information about the context of that data, and they also can extract metadata about that data flow. They can look at data flow operating with throughputs of multi-gigabytes per second. And what we have been able to do with Cosmos jointly is they collect information about what's happening on the network, on off-portal, on mobile web, and we intersect that with what we know about consumption and interaction. And put together, this gives you a holistic, comprehensive, and accurate view of each of your customers.
So that's quite a powerful package for service providers to benefit from.
Yes, it's very interesting, especially in today's world. One of the meetings I had with a large telco in Europe a couple of weeks back, the CIO came to us and said, if there's one thing you can tell me, and I would pay a lot of money to you for that, it's what is my customer doing on the iPhone? Because most providers actually don't know that. Because they're completely bypassed, they're kind of becoming a commoditized, for the lack of a better word, a dump pipe, and they don't want to be that. They want to know what customers are doing in app stores and the mobile web so that they can come up with offerings that can potentially be interesting and compelling to them.
Well, AJ, it sounds like you've got the right product at the right time by the sounds of it, and fascinating to talk to you. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you so much.